Hi everyone and welcome to Long Distance Love Tarot. This is LEXA Tarot. Thank you so much for stopping by. For those of you that are subscribers and are stopping by, thank you so much for making our small family just a little larger. For those of you that are visiting for the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. For those of you that are here for the first time, you may not know this, so I'll just go over some fun facts here. This channel is exclusively for timeless tarot readings for long distance relationships or connections and separation. So if you're looking for insights on your unique long distance connection, then you've come to the right place. So tonight is a special treat that I have here for you guys because I'm actually filming this on Halloween. And so right now is Halloween. And I said to myself, you know what, this would be a great time to do this reading about what is blocking your long distance connection and how you can unblock it. Okay, so what makes tonight in this reading extra special is because number one, it's Halloween. And so as we know, it's the thinnest veil between dimensions on Halloween. Okay, so that's one important fact. Another one is it's also a full moon, and the full moon is actually on Halloween night, which is interesting. Okay, and another rarity and another thing that makes this night extra special is because it's also a blue moon, which means this is the second full moon in the month of October 2020. All right, so between Halloween, it being a full moon, it being a blue moon, okay, and there's and of course this full moon is the Taurus, it's in the Taurus sector, right? So there's a Taurus full moon, and this is also Scorpio season. So a lot of energies are, you know, at play here. And so I wanted to take advantage of it being Halloween and the fact that it is the thinnest veil between dimensions and all those other facts I just gave you. So with that in mind, I said, you know what, this is a great time to do this spread about what is blocking your long distance connection and how can you unblock it. Okay, so what we have here are three piles. Pile number one, I usually have numbers, but wanted to change things up a bit and put crystals. If you're interested in finding out more about these two crystals, which is the howlite and the lepidolite, check my video that I did a few weeks ago on a subscription, crystal subscription that I am now part of. Again, it's not a sponsored video, so try to check that out if you're interested. All right, so back to our reading here. So pile number one is clear quartz, pile number two is howlite, pile number three is lepidolite. And what we're looking here are at the blocks. I have these three decks here that I'm going to do live shuffle to add to whatever is under here. I just shuffled these out. I have no idea what's under here. We'll find out together. So if you're interested, tune in, pick a pile, and if you need to figure out how to do that, check out my advice that I usually give in the about section. Think about what you're going to pick, feel the energy between you and your partner, put it in a little bag, shuffle it around, pick a number, 1, 2, or 3, whichever comes out, then that's the pile that was meant for you. Not everything that I will say or the messages that come through will resonate with every single person that's watching this video. So, as I always say, just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Without further ado, let's jump right in to find out what is in store for you and your long distance connection. So for those of you that picked the clear quartz, this is pile number one, clear quartz. Let's see what we have here as far as the blocks in your long distance connection. What are the blocks in your long distance connection? Let's find out. The first card we have is make the effort, engagement, yin, community. Hidden path. And reflection. So the energy that I'm picking up here is that there seems to be a lot of energy going out, not enough coming in, or there's an unbalanced energy of either both of you within this connection. That means either one of you feels that you're giving out more than what you're receiving, or it could be that both of you are just giving a lot to other people. You're giving a lot of energy to those around you, maybe to work, maybe to the family, maybe to friends, co-workers. There's a lot of energy being pulled out of either you or your partner, and not enough coming in. That is, for some of you. For some of you, for others of you, it could be that this energy is being given by only one person. So there's not an equal effort. There aren't two people here making the equal effort for this long distance connection. Okay. So for some of you, it's okay. I'm getting a whole lot of messages here okay. So another message that I'm getting here is there's a lot of energy going out, whether it's to your partner or whether it's your partner to you, and therefore it's not an equal balance and not an equal give and take. Okay, that's one message. The other message that I'm getting is that either you or your partner, or maybe both of you, are giving a lot of energy to those around you. And so because you're giving a lot of energy to those around you, you don't really have enough energy to make the effort towards this long distance connection. And that may be affecting the commitment level here. Okay, because it might be you're just giving a lot of energy out and not putting a lot of energy in this connection, or it could be one of you is putting too much energy in this connection and you feel that the other person isn't. So here with the hidden path, I'm getting again that same message. Okay, so here I'm getting the message of there's a lack of harmony between spirit and effort. Okay, so how you feel and what you do. When I say you, it doesn't necessarily mean the single you. It could be you as a unit, you and your partner, or it could be you as the person who's watching this. Because again, this is just, this is the connection. This is the block that I'm seeing here and that I'm feeling. And so because there is this over giving, I would say, or a lot of energy being given outward and not enough being given inward, or not enough to reflect. Reflection is a blockage here. It's a blockage because you don't have, or either you or your partner, or maybe both of you, don't have enough time to sit back and self-reflect on what is taking so much energy from you guys. It could be commitments, it could be work, it could be family. It just could be, trying to get things back to an even keel or a balance. But I do feel that that is also the energy that is being blocked. There is no time for self-reflection. So if you can't self-reflect upon what the issues are in the relationship, then of course it's going to then block moving your relationship forward to the next level of commitment. Okay, so that's pretty much the energy that I get here. Let's go and jump in and see what are the other blocks that could be happening in this long distance connection. So let's do the live shuffle. Okay, so what are What are the blocks here for pile number 1? What are the blocks here for pile number 1? The long distance connection, connections and separation for pile 1. What are their blocks in this connection? What is blocking this long distance connection? Nope. Okay, so this one flew out, okay, which is memories of love. Let me just put this nicely so that, you know, you guys know I use this whole table. And I wish I had a larger table so that I can really spread things out here. Okay, so the blocks we have, this one came out, which is memories of love. We have the waiting game, prosperity begins, and new beginning, with the undercard being patience and planning. What are the blocks in this connection? What are the blocks in this connection of pile 1? What are the blocks here for pile 1's connection? Let's get some clarity. Let's clarify. Okay. Let's clarify these cards here. Okay. Okay, this one came out. Let's find out what are the blocks. Let's clarify these cards. So the Page of Wands popped out just like the memories of love. Let's clarify the other cards that are here. For waiting game, we have the 3 of Pentacles. Clarifying the prosperity begins, we have the 4 of Swords. And clarifying new beginnings is the Emperor, with the back of the card being the 5 of Pentacles. All right, so let's take a look here. I want to clarify this Page of Swords further. Just give me 1 second. Let's clarify this Page of Swords. Why is this Page of Swords here? Okay, interesting. Okay, so basically we got the same card twice. We have the 6 memories of love, which is the same as the 6 of cups. So here, I feel that what's blocking this connection is this new period or this new phase that perhaps this relationship is going through. Maybe because, like I said, I felt this feeling of just a lot of energy pouring outward, okay? There's this lack of feeling of contentment, okay? There's this lack of feeling fulfilled, or not having enough time, okay? And so the block could also be, okay, for others of you, it could be the pain involved in this connection, whether it's because you guys are in distance with each other. And I say that because you have both, you know, you have the 6 of Cups twice. So it could be that just being apart is causing, you know, this connection to just feel this pain of the 3 of Swords. And so things don't feel as bright and airy as maybe they used to. And so it could feel that this relationship or this long distance connection is entering a new phase, okay, of transition. Okay. Other blocks here are that perhaps there is the waiting factor, okay. Because of the long distance connection, there is a sense of having to wait, and maybe because of that feeling I was feeling before, again, the lack of mutual effort, or perhaps putting in the same amount of energy, there's a lack of feeling that there's teamwork here, okay. Again, it might not be for all of you, but it could be for most of you, that you're feeling this, you're here, you're in this, as I say, in this wait room, okay, for this relationship to move forward. And somehow the feeling or that energy that's not an equal give and take, whether it's because either one person is overgiving to this relationship, or maybe they're overgiving in their community or in their work or family or kids, or it's just a lot of energy going out, not enough coming in. There's this feeling of there's lack of teamwork here. And maybe perhaps for some of you, this feeling of working a lot. Okay, so you're making a lot of money, or you're starting to work so much that even though you're getting the prosperity, okay, all right, it's blocking you because you're just so tired, okay, after all this running around that you're giving, all this energy that you're pushing forward, there's a sense of, I'm just tired. I can't do this anymore. I just need a break. All right. And perhaps when you're in that break is when you take that moment to think about your connection and to think about those memories in your connection. Another blockage that I see here, okay, that could be blocking your connection is because there's this lack of self-reflection here, then you can't really focus on where you want to move this relationship or how to move this relationship forward with the new beginnings card. Remember I said earlier that I was getting the feeling that because there's this energy that's not balanced here, it is a block in, raising the level of commitment here. And so again, it's verified by this card. New beginnings is a block. So because you're using up all this energy in other places in your life, okay, or maybe, one person is just overgiving and it's not mutual, then there's this sense of things not being able to move forward. Okay, you're not doing the self-reflection that you need in order to find out where it is that you want to, where you want to steer this connection. And a blockage here could be just the feeling of, or the energy of the Emperor, where you're kind of just being practical, okay? And so it's more of a logical decisions, or logical, practical, stoic kind of energy that's perhaps blocking this connection from, again, moving to a higher level of commitment, or, blocking the energy of being able to make mutual efforts, because perhaps you're just too tired of just giving so much to others, okay, that you're not really taking that time for self-reflection and thinking about your connection and how you can steer it in the right direction. Okay, so let's take a look here at, just wanted to say, so patience and planning. Again, I felt that because of the waiting game. Okay, so the waiting game card is pretty much saying that, that is in a way a blockage, right? You're having to take a time to, just wait around for this connection to move itself forward. And there's a block of feeling that there is a loss here. Okay, so loss of basic needs, or maybe that loss of maybe even passion, or perhaps loss of two people making the effort or putting in the energy involved here, and working at this as a team, as opposed to one person, or again, you know, either one of you feeling that there's just this loss of basic need here. Okay, so that's the energy that I'm getting as far as the block is concerned. Let's take a look to see how we can unblock these energies. Okay, so let's take a look. So how can pile 1 unblock these blocks? How can pile 1 unblock these blocks that we see here? How can pile 1 unblock these blocks? So we have suffering in silence, we have wisdom, and we have emotional loss. Okay, with the back of the card being the solitude card. Let's clarify. Let's clarify these. So how can pile 1 unblock these blocks? Okay, how can pile 1 unblock these blocks? How can pile 1 long distance lovers unblock these blocks? So we have clarifying, suffering in silence. We have the 8 of Wands, we have the Queen of Wands, and we have the the 7 of Wands, and we have the 5 of Swords, and the underlying or the hidden energy is the Strength. All right, so let's take a look here at what you need to do to unblock this connection. So we have here the suffering in silence. So basically the energy that I'm getting here is basically you need to talk about what's troubling you. There's a lot of feeling here of anxiety and worry, a lot of mental stress having to do with this connection. So one way that you can unblock the blocks that you have here is by talking about what's on your mind. And by also, as we see here with the 6 of Wands, trying to overcome that, trying to persevere these obstacles and challenges that are here in your blocks. Okay? Another thing here that you can do is rely upon the wisdom, your intuition. That means that there's a need to tap in to your self-reflection. You need to self-examine this connection, the feelings, how you feel, what you're thinking, so that you can sort those feelings out, okay? And then be in that Queen of Wands energy. Okay, and so that Queen of Wands energy is, you know, stand in your power. Stand in the strong leader mode. Okay, Wands is about passion. So probably reigniting that passion within yourself or your partner, you know, reigniting the sense of passion and desire and motivation for this long distance connection. Okay. Another way to unblock the blockages that you have here is by not focusing on the emotional loss that perhaps the separation has caused. Again, this is something that I said earlier with the 6 of Cups. I kept seeing this came out twice. 6 of Cups is a card of nostalgia of thinking back of those wonderful moments together. And so that came out twice as your the block in this connection, right? So there is a sense of feeling of emotional loss. There is a sense of feeling of separation when you guys are not together, or within just overall in this overall, connection in separation. And so that one way to unblock, okay, is to not fall in this energy of separation, in this energy of emotional loss, because that is what can be draining or bringing your connection into a low vibration. Okay, so underneath the cards we have here, as I call the hidden energy, or the shadow cards. One way to overcome the blockages here in this connection is, again, go within. This is pretty much saying, this is your block, this is how you unblock it. Your block is your lack of self-reflection, whether it be you as a person who's watching this, or you as plural, you and your partner. There's a lack of self-examination, which is the block. And here it's saying how to unblock it is by going within, reflecting inside, and tapping into that strength, tapping into that spiritual strength, tapping into that mental strength, okay? Tapping into the strength within to kind of overcome these blockages in this long distance connection. All right, so let's find out what advice do we have here for this pile. Pile number one. What is the advice here for pile number one for this long distance connection? What advice do we have here for pile number one in this long distance connection? Thinker and serendipity. Okay, let's clarify that. What advice do we have here for pile one? What advice here do we have for pile one? Okay, we have the Page of Wands. Okay, and Victory, Six of Wands, with the Seven of Swords in the bottom. Okay, so let me focus on this real quick. Let me pick up the energies here. Okay. So I just feel that it might sound repetitive, and I'm sorry that it does, but this is the energy again that I'm picking up. The advice that is being given here is saying, take time out to self-reflect, okay, about this connection. Not that there's anything wrong within the connection, but just take time to self-reflect about your connection, so that your distortions, the way you see things, the way that maybe you may be feeling, the feeling of loss and emotional loss, and, just whatever low vibration energies that you may be having, just think about them, self-reflect, self-examine, and, try to manifest a different reality for yourself and for this connection. The Page of Wands, the energy here is that of manifestation. It's about exploring new ways to overcome these obstacles, okay? Explore new ways that you guys can communicate. Explore new ways of how you can balance the juggling that you may be feeling within this connection, juggling of priorities, okay? And also pay attention to those little moments of serendipity, those moments where you're busy and you're doing so many things and some little message comes to you from either spirit, the universe. Pay attention to those moments, okay? Because those moments are going to give you a little bit, they're just going to shed a little light on your situation. Okay, because the Six of Wands here talks about victory. It talks about progression leading to success. Okay, so if you're opening yourself up to self-reflection, if you balance your energy and make sure that it's not just going only in one direction, but more so equally distributed among your connection and your long distance connection, then when you quiet the mind, you're able, okay, to know exactly what it is that you want to manifest, what it is that you want to push forward. You're able to receive those serendipitous messages that are coming to you from either spirit, the universe, angels, or whatever energy you believe in, right? Because the Six of Wands is about victory. It's about, progress leading to success. And so this connection can go there, but you just have to kind of tweak these energies so that you can see this relationship move and ascend to a higher level of commitment. Okay, well, I hope that some of this resonated with some of you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't, and share with other people. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye. Hi, pile number 2. You guys chose the white howlite. Let's take a look at your blocks in your long distance connection. So we see here a heart-to-heart conversation. It is safe for you to love. Regeneration. Poised. Between two worlds. Evolution. And purification water. Okay, let's take a look here at the energies. Let me see what I'm feeling and picking up here. Okay, so for pile number 2, I feel that the blocks here have to do with being able to talk honestly about the feelings that are in your heart. That you're having a difficulty, either you or your partner, or you, both of you mutually, maybe you have to have a conversation here about something, and you have to be able to do it honestly and with an open heart in order to receive the highest energy of positivity here. Okay, I feel that there is the blockage here is that maybe either one of you or both of you in this relationship feel that you live in between two worlds. Okay, that you're in this period of transition. Okay, and that this period of transition may be causing this situation where you need to talk about how you're feeling honestly and openly. Okay, because there is this feeling of things needing to transform. Okay, and this transformation is becoming a block. Okay, How so? Because it's not allowing you guys to feel free and feel liberated and feel like you're on top of the world. Okay, so because this energy here that I'm feeling, this in transition energy and this transformation energy is, you know, becoming the block here. It's not allowing you guys to freely open yourselves up to talk about the things that you need to talk about, to look within your heart and be open. There's a sense of needing to have an emotional cleansing. Okay, water has a lot to do with emotions, so there's a lot here that the block could be here is not being able to freely say what needs to be said in regards to emotion. And so this block could be this emotional stagnation that's happening here. Okay, and it's blocking then the chance for this relationship to evolve, to transform, and to evolve to something maybe more concrete, maybe something where both of you feel that you can freely express your opinions, that you can freely share how you feel and how you think with one another. So that's the energy that I'm getting here. Okay, that there's a blockage of being able to, again, honestly discuss what's on your mind and what's in your heart. This feeling of just, you know, this sense of I don't know where I'm at, because I kind of feel up in the air in this period of transition. Okay, there's this period of transformation that is either taking place or needs to take place in order for this sharing of emotions and opening of the heart can happen freely. But in order for that to happen, then this block of emotional cleansing needs to happen, right? Okay, because this is just, there's a need for purification here. There's a need for release. Okay, and that can be blocking then the sense of evolution, or again, bringing clarity into this situation, bringing clarity into this connection, feeling that you can open your heart and your mind to your significant other. And this energy then will allow you guys to feel liberated and free. Okay, so that's pretty much what I'm getting as far as the energy for the blocks. Let's take a look at what else there is here. What other blocks are present here in this pile too? So what other blocks are here in pile 2? What are the other blocks that the long distance connection or connection and separation is having here in pile 2? What are the other blocks here in this connection for pile 2? We have shadow, disruption, wow, and positive movement forward. Let's clarify. Very interesting. That's the same. It's pretty much saying the same thing that the other cards above it were hinting at. Okay, so let's see. What are the blockages here in pile 2? Let's clarify. Let's clarify shadow. Wanted to just, wow, guys, you got the death. You got a lot of major arcanas here. So you guys have death. You have the 5 of Swords, and you have the Tower. Wow. Okay. And 10, the 10 of Wands. Oh, actually, I didn't take a look at what was down here. Oh, the heart chakra. What? I'm not surprised. Not surprised at the least, feeling that energy that I felt from the cards above it. All right, so let's jump in here. The other blocks that are here within this connection in pile 2 are facing the shadows, okay, facing the fears of either, again, you as individuals or you as a couple. All right, so the other blocks here are, there's a sense of not wanting to go within, or not taking a deep look within yourself, okay, as I said here, an emotional cleansing, not wanting to take a look at that part of, you know, yourself, or maybe this connection, okay? And so that is blocking the sense of transformation, okay? Same card that it said here, actually. This is transformation. Transformation so that you can evolve. So here the block is saying that you guys need to look within this connection and within yourselves. Look at the shadows, look at your fears, look at your blocks, look at what's causing stagnation here in this relationship, and pretty much transform that, okay? There's a feeling of, which is, it's pretty much this card. It's the same card, just a different deck. So disruption. There's a feeling that the separation between the both of you, okay, is causing a disruption here in this relationship. Of course, it makes sense when you are not together. There's this feeling of, you know, of perhaps emotional loss, of, you know, missing each other because you're separated, because you're not together, the distance and so forth. And so here pretty much is saying the block in this connection is also creating some type of block for it to move forward. So it's not moving forward the way that you would like. This connection perhaps feels like it's, again, the feeling of stagnation, of it not moving forward for some reason. And the reason could be this unexpected change, this unexpected event that is causing this blockage here between this long distance relationship between the both of you. Okay, let's take a look at what else is there to, oh, actually, let's take a look here, because this was the hidden energy. So because of, wow, you guys got a lot of major arcanas here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcanas, and heavy hitters too, because they're really focusing on you know, going deep inside in a lot of unexpected changes. This energy here is also blocking your heart, your emotions, okay? It doesn't surprise me, okay? Because here you have regeneration, which talks about transformation. You have this card, which is transformation as well. It's talking about evolution and being in transition, okay? So all these emotions here, all these blockages, okay, like I said before, is causing this relationship not to feel at its best, okay? It's not having this relationship feel like there's light at the end of the tunnel, or that there's evolution or progression here. Okay, and so that is affecting how either both of you are feeling, or how perhaps you as a couple, okay, how this is affecting you guys in your heart. I'm gonna clarify that a little further in a second. And there is a sense of burden, okay? So this sense of just overwhelming tension, okay, because of all these blocks that I mentioned, okay, it's causing this 10 of Wands, this period of, you know, just feeling overwhelmed, this feeling of burden and a struggle, although it's on its ending cycle, because it's on you know, we're looking at the number 10. Okay, so this burdensome feeling is at least coming to an end, but it's definitely here as a block. Okay, let's take a look at this heart chakra. Let's find out what we can clarify here. What is the heart chakra? Clarify the heart chakra as the block here for pile 2. What is the heart chakra? What is the block here for pile 2? The heart chakra. Clarify, please. Okay, so we have the 9 of Wands and Judgment. So here, again, like I was telling you before, the block here is that the block here in this heart chakra, or this heart energy, is that it's being blocked. You guys are putting boundaries around your heart, okay? And you're not allowing the sense of renewal, okay? Of things, of, you know, of positivity, of maybe we can, you know, make this better, okay? Or maybe I can release what I feel in my heart, okay? Because remember, you guys got the it is safe for you to love. So there is this type of energy where you're not opening your heart, where hearts are not being open. And so it doesn't surprise me that pile 2, you're getting the heart chakra as a blockage, okay? It's a blockage that's creating, that's, you know, that's here, and it's creating you and your partner, or both of you for that matter, to put boundaries up and not allow your hearts to fully open to this connection. Okay, that's pretty much the energy that I'm getting here for you guys in pile 2. So there's a lot of, you know, just weighing energy here. Let's try to see and find out how you can unblock all these things that we just talked about. Let's see how we can unblock this energy. So how can pile 2 unblock these blockages? How can pile 2 unblock these blockages in their long distance connection? How can pile 2 unblock these blockages in their long distance connection? Okay, let's see how we can unblock this. Okay, so we have mental conflict, truth, not surprised because you guys have the heart-to-heart conversation, and deception and envy. Let's find out. Let's clarify these cards for how can pile 2 unblock these blockages in their long distance connection. How can pile 2 unblock these blockages in their long distance connection? Let's clarify. Mental conflict is clarified by the Judgment card. Again, second time that Judgment is coming out. truth is clarified by the King of Wands, and deception is being clarified by the Eight of Wands, with Three of Pentacles as your undercurrent, and the Three of Pentacles, which is the Three of Recognition and Rewards, here also as your as your hidden energy. So basically you're getting, pile 2, the same exact card twice. All right, very interesting. So let me start just off before I forget, because I that happened to me in the other pile 1. Start off here. Okay, so what does this tell me here? Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me just do this. And let's talk about this undercurrent energy, or this hidden shadow energy as your block. These two cards, because both of them came out, okay, clarifying each other, okay, it means here, the way to unblock the blockages here is to work together as a team. You guys have to put more effort in this relationship, because number one is long distance, but also because there's a lot of heavy energy here. Okay, there's a lot of low vibration energy, or energy of change, energy of transformation, of clarifying, of emotionally purging what's holding you guys back. Now, it could be either from past connections that you've had, or it could be just the stress of this being a long distance connection. Either way, what I'm getting the feeling here is that both of you need to work together and work hard to make the effort to work as a team. Okay, work as a true couple in order to overcome the energies that we felt here, okay, in the blockages above. Another way to unblock this energy is to clear this mental conflict that you have. It seems that, you know, you have to kind of give it a rest, kind of put an end to this mental conflict that perhaps these blockages are causing within you. Honestly speak your truth. Be clear about the conversation that needs to take place here. Be honest about what's happening within this relationship, within this long distance connection. Okay? Try to stay in the King of Wands energy, and don't worry so much that it says king, because it's gender has nothing to do here with the energy of the card. So just really be clear, be honest when you're having this communication. Set forth a passion, okay? Make things happen. Be in this, let's do this. Be a risk taker. If this is what you want, if this long distance connection is what you want to do, then you need to kind of embrace that King of Wands energy. Okay, that risk taker, that motivation, that inspirational type of go-getter attitude, and just go for it. Okay. If you choose not to, then again, that's on you. But if this is a connection you want to work, then you really need to be in this King of Wands energy, you know, and just do it, you know. Okay, another advice here is, or a way to unblock the blockages that you have here, is to stay away from this feeling of deception, or this feeling of hiding your feelings, or not being transparent. Because here, when that happens, then it's just more issues that arise. So I'm not surprised that it says here that there needs to be a heart-to-heart conversation, and perhaps maybe both of you or one of you really doesn't want to talk about these shadows. You don't really want to talk about these fears or this dark side within your soul where all this emotional baggage may be hiding. You might not want to talk about that. Okay? And so you may be, either you or your partner or someone in this connection may be putting on a mask to kind of deceive yourself, deceive your heart, okay, from what you're really feeling in this connection. Okay, you're putting up these boundaries and you're not feeling, safe to open your heart in this connection. So basically what it's saying here is, in order for this to move forward in this connection, you need to let go of this energy of, keeping quiet, of not being as transparent as you need to be with your significant other. Again, long distance connections, long distance relationships, or connections and separation do have their own unique obstacles. And so because of that, you need to look at ways here of the Eight of Wands, ways that you can move your connection forward. Okay, what are some positive ways that you can move your connection forward? Well, if you guys work as a team, and again, it came out twice, if you guys recognize that both of you are in this together and you have a mindset of, going towards the same goal, then if you work together, things will clear up. If you, have this heart-to-heart conversation that is needed, things will clear up. If you open up your heart and feel that it's safe to love, and you can open your heart, then you can, move this relationship along and feel this feeling of liberation, this weight off your shoulders, this clarity and this freedom, and evolve as a couple and transform and evolve as a couple. Okay, and so that's the energy that I'm getting here. Let's find out what can be an advice. What advice do we have for pile 2? Whoa, this just came out of nowhere. Okay, this just popped out, so I'm going to take, I'll just take all of those because I'm curious to see what this will say. So we have breathe, not for you, co-create, time to let go. All right, so I'm getting a lot of, energies here. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm getting 2 sets of energies here. So that means that the people that pick pile 2, it could go in either direction. Remember earlier I said that I felt that some of you might want to stay in this connection, and if you do, you're going to have to push yourself forward. And I also felt that there are or that you can walk away. Remember, I just said that a few minutes ago. Basically, that's the same exact thing these cards are saying. If you're staying in this relationship, if you choose to stay in this relationship and you choose to push yourself forward, okay? Give me a second. Hold on. Here we go. If you choose to stay in this connection, okay, in this long distance connection, then you guys have to work as a couple, okay? As I told you guys here, this is teamwork, right? Then you guys need to co-create together. You need to see each other as a member of this team and this relationship, and you need to take a moment to reflect, take a moment to, for yourself, and connect with your inner self and bring this inner stability. Okay, inner stability. Meditate, pray, think, take time off to check in with yourself so that both of you are on the same field, on the same wavelength. I'm being drawn to this owl. Okay, when you guys come together, okay, I'm getting wisdom. Okay, so there's probably going to be pull from your past experiences that you've had maybe in other relationships, pull from the wisdom from your intuition that both of you have, so that both of you can co-create. Okay, so you're here meditating, and maybe when you quiet your mind, you're going to be able to tune in to certain messages, to certain insights that will help you here co-create with your partner. So that's for the pile that wants to continue and move this relationship along. I feel that there's another group of people here in pile 2 that, really just feel like overwhelmed, and they just may feel that this connection is not for you, and that it's time to let go and move on. And that's fine. If that is what, comes out of this heart-to-heart conversation, then, at the end of the day, give me 1 second here, because I believe you guys ended up getting yeah, here it is. If at the end of the day you're being honest and clear and you face these shadows, okay, and at the end of the day, if this, the honesty and the clarity in this heart-to-heart conversation is making the decision that perhaps this is not the connection that you want to stay in, or perhaps the connection that is more beneficial for you at this moment in time, then, by all means, this is pretty much telling you, then if it's not for you, it's time to go. Okay? And so, if that's really how you're feeling, then that may be the advice for you. Okay? In that sense. Let's see here. Okay, let me clarify this for a second. Let me see if I could give you more clarity on that. So this, the following message is for the pile, is for the people that may be thinking of letting go of this connection. Let me draw out some clarity here. What else? Yep. There you go. You got the 4 of Pentacles here. Okay. All right. So here it's pretty much saying you might want, okay, to hang on to this connection because you want this 10 of Cups, this happiness, this harmony, okay? But for some reason, you're feeling that even though you want this, it might not be in this particular connection. You still want to hang on to the dream and to the feeling of the 10 of Cups, but this connection might not be for you. If you feel that this connection is not giving you what you desire, and it's not divine love, it's not happiness, and it's not harmony, okay? Because this is really what you want. This, I could see it here, okay? So either you or your partner, somebody wants this and wants to hang on to this security, to this value of settling down and having a commitment. But if you feel that this what you want isn't in this connection, then this connection is not for you and it's time to let go. Okay? Well, thank you so much, Pile 2, for tuning in. And I hope that some of these messages resonated with you. And if they didn't, just let go of the things that don't resonate with you and just keep the things that do. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like it, share it with other people who are in long distance connections. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and turn on that notification bell. And see you next week. Hi guys, and welcome to pile number 3, which is the Lepidolite. Thank you so much for tuning in, And let's take a look at what your blocks may be in your long distance connection. Let's take a look at the first card here. So the first card you guys have is finances and career. You may have codependency. All that glitters. Loyal heart. Interesting combination. I'm already getting a lot of messages here in this pile. Moonlight Goddess. Okay. And Tree of Life. So here again, you can resonate with some of them you might not resonate. This is not an individual reading, but it's an overall reading for everyone who's picked this pile. So again, just take the messages that resonate and leave those that don't. So here I'm feeling the energy of that a lot of the blockages that are happening here have to do with either your career or your finances. Okay, so there's either issues with either working too much or not working enough. Perhaps there's even doubts of the career that you're in, or perhaps you're just working too much in your career. So there's definitely some type of either financial issues or career issues that are affecting this connection. There's also some of you who may also resonate with the following. Codependency. There's something here in this either connection or something in your own personal life that's creating this codependent behavior. Addictions are it's a general scope. So anything can become an addiction. Anything that you don't do or that you don't do in moderation can become an issue. So there may be something here that you are doing too much of, or you're not doing with moderation, and that it's causing a blockage here in this relationship. Okay, so anything from perhaps give me 1 second here. Okay, I would say that maybe that blockage that I just talked about with codependency may be the fact that even though there is loyalty here and that there's a deep heart connection, okay, that is felt here, it may not be discussed. Either one of you or both of you are hiding or, not being very honest about how deep this connection is really hitting you in your heart, or how you're feeling emotionally about this connection. So in other words, you're showing as if you're showing one thing, but deep down inside you're really feeling a very deep bond here. Okay, and so that might be the issue here. Okay, that might be one of the blockages for some of you here, that perhaps that the codependent behavior is not being able to share your feelings, to be transparent about how you're feeling inside for your partner or within this connection. Others of you may be that you're overworking, that you're maybe working a little too much, and then that you're becoming perhaps a workaholic. Maybe not by choice. Maybe you are in a career where you don't have much of a choice because it's a need right now, and perhaps you're having to give a lot of energy to. But there's definitely a feeling of loyalty here. There's deep bond connection here when it comes to the heart. Some of you may be, you know, not being very transparent. Others of you that might not be the case. But I definitely see here that there is repressed feelings here, and perhaps this may be the reason why this connection, you know, this card, you see two masks, and it might be because, again, there are some repressed feelings, or someone is repressing their feelings about how much they feel within this connection. They might not want to say it, they might not want to discuss it, but there's definitely a sense of abundance, a tree of life, that there's something here that's grounding, that has in a way awakened something in the heart, where you feel that there is this sense of this relationship can grow. This relationship can grow into something abundant. It could grow into something strong. Okay. And I feel that, again, a feeling, there's this repressed feeling, there's this reflection that may be happening, but not wanting to discuss it, not wanting to say, hey, listen, this is how I feel about this connection, for whatever reason, whether it's because maybe it's too early, maybe, you know, they just don't want to open up their hearts yet. You know, maybe it's because they don't feel, or you or your partner may feel that there's just too many things that are happening in your career or with your finances, that your focus is more on that than this connection. It could be that you're working just a little too much, or becoming a workaholic. It could be the fact that you or your partner may be coming out of a relationship with their, you know, that you have to heal from, in order to just be honest with yourself and say, wow, I think I'm now, you know, ready to move this relationship along, and I'm really feeling it in my heart. Or maybe some of you may just be a little scared, or a little fearful of being open, and to the fact that you are feeling something magical here, that you are feeling this magical connection, or this intuitive connection with this loyal heart, with your significant other who lives, who's in distance from you. And it could be that also. So let's jump into the tarot here and the oracles to see what other blocks we can see here in this connection. What other blocks may be happening here, or may be present. And then we'll take a look later how we can unblock them. So right now, let's take a look at what are the blocks, what are the additional blocks in this, in pile 3. This long distance connection. What are the blocks in this long distance connection for pile 3? What is this long distance connection? What are the blocks in this long distance connection? Okay, so we have solar plexus, we have destiny, and we have a triumphant success. With the movement and choices and decisions, the number 2, which is the 2 of Pentacles in other decks. All right, let's take a look at clarity. Let's clarify the solar plexus, destiny, and triumphant success. Okay. Okay, let's add some clarity to this. What are the blocks here for pile 3? we have, oh, I'm not surprised this came up. Let me show you guys. The Seven of Swords, deception. It's connected to that, all that glitters. Tell you that right now. We have the Six of Pentacles and we have the Hierophant. Interesting. With the Six of Swords coming out as the hidden shadow card. All right, so let's take a look here. So right off the bat, it pretty much is echoing what we saw above it. Okay, what the, you know, what the cards above it say. So here, with solar plexus, as I've told you guys before, I'm also an energy practitioner, and so for here, the solar plex, it talks about gut level feeling. Okay, it talks about intuition, this gut level feeling, and so your gut level feeling, whether it's you or your partner, so the gut level feeling in this connection, okay, is that of a loyal heart, which you feel that there's this magical connection with your significant other, but you're trying to deceive yourself or deceive your partner by not being honest about how you feel. Remember, there's this lack of transparency when it comes to sharing the emotions, and so that's what I'm seeing here. That's the energy that's coming across here for this pile as a block. So you're blocking this intuitive gut level feeling, and you're being in a way deceptive, or I should say not transparent with your feelings. I'm gonna go and clarify this a little further, but let's go down the line here. There's a sense that you as a couple, you may feel that destiny is a block, and in other words, leaving this in the hands of fate could be something that either you or your partner may not feel very comfortable with. I'm also getting the feeling here that another of the block is your heart, or the heart chakra here. Okay, there's a sense of not opening the heart to allow destiny to move things forward. Okay, like trying to block. Give me a second here, I'm sorry. It just feels like you're trying to block your heart from where destiny may push this connection towards. You know, like you might feel that there's this magical connection, or this intuitive gut level feeling like I'm really attracted to, you know, my significant other, my partner, but you're not allowing yourself to feel that, or your partner's not allowing themselves to feel that. So here with the Six of Pentacles, here the block I feel is give me one second. Is not giving the information, not allowing this valuable feeling that's in your heart, that's in your soul, something that you're feeling in this connection, this partnership, this maybe intuitive link that you may be feeling with your partner. You don't, either you or your significant other, you don't want to share that. You don't want to share this valuable feeling or recognize it in this connection. Okay, I know it sounds strange, but that's what I'm getting here. I'm also getting here that there's a lack of or a block of thinking things clearly. Okay, being able to communicate the breakthrough of ideas and thoughts that may be happening in your mind, that have to do with establishing a more long-term commitment here. Again, like I said from the beginning here, there is a feeling, okay, again, it might not be for all of you, but it's coming in very strong. And when I see the Hierophant talks about marriage. Okay, it's a card of tradition. It's a card of, you know, wanting to do things the right way. Okay, and so here I'm getting, again, this connection of the two, you know, lovebirds in a way, right? The two owls here that are deeply in love, that feel this divine connection, this counterpart feel, this soulmate type of energy that I'm getting here in this card. And that perhaps is not being discussed, it's not being shared. Okay, like I said here, it's something that the block is kind of like blocking the heart of giving or talking about this feeling that's happening deep down in the soul. And this communication is the block. It's blocking this communication about, you know, commitment, or higher level of commitment here in this connection. Let me take a quick look here at clarifying this energy with the Seven of Swords and the solar plex. Let's clarify this energy. What is a block? What can you clarify here as the Seven of Swords and the solar plex chakra? Why is this here? Why is this? Clarify these blockages here. Clarify these blockages here. All right, let's take a look. Yep, Six of Pentacles again. Temperance and Wheel of Fortune. Nine of Cups. What did I tell you? All right, so let me decipher. Let me break this down for you guys. Again, what's the block here? The block is, hold on one second. The block is this feeling of wanting to manifest this equal give and take, this balance between you and your partner in this connection, okay, and allowing destiny to take its course so that dreams can be fulfilled, okay, so that your wish can come true. So again, there is this deep connection happening here with the both of you in this long distance connection. There is some type of feeling here of abundance, of growth. This relationship maybe has what you and your partner feel are the ingredients for this to grow into something concrete. However, some of you are either not being transparent that you feel this way, or maybe in denial that you feel this way. Others of you may be so caught up in your finances and your career that you're really pushing this energy that you're feeling, this connection that you're feeling, you're pushing it aside, and you're like, listen, not right now. I'm focusing on making money and I'm focusing on my career. I'm not really focusing on creating something that's going to veer me off that track. And so for here, what I see here is, again, this juggling, okay? This juggling of, you know, heart and mind, heart and mind, heart and mind, in a way trying to move away from what you truly feel inside about this connection. The fact that it is a connection where you feel that your wish can come true here in this connection, okay? And so kind of being in denial that maybe you have found someone who is worth, you know, investing in, okay, is worth being patient for, okay, and creating the harmony and the balance in this connection that you did manifest once before. You know, maybe before you met them, you were like, gee, you know, I really hope I meet someone who's worth it, that I hope I meet, you know, my soulmate or something of that nature. And now you have the opportunity to have a relationship or a connection where there is an equal give and take here. And I say equal because we have the Temperance card, which talks about balance and patience, and having the patience to allow destiny to bring things together so that you are able to feel the satisfaction that this dream in your love life has come true. Okay, and so that's what I'm getting again here. This is a card of marriage card. Okay, so it could be that there are some deep feelings here involved in this pile 3. So let's take a quick look at what you'll need to do in order to unblock these blocks. So what does pile 3 need to do to unblock these blockages that they have in this connection? What does pile 3 need to do in order to unblock these blocks that are in this long distance connection? Nope, this one came out on its own, so, well, there we go. Interesting. So we have the waiting game that just popped out. Okay. How to unblock the blockages that we see here in pile 3. Okay, trapped in fear. So we have the waiting game, sacrifice and emotional loss. The hidden energy underneath is trapped in fear. Let's clarify this further. Okay, let's clarify this further. What does pile 3 need to do in order to unblock these blocks in their long distance connection? What does pile 3 need to do in order to unblock these blockages in their long distance connection? So to clarify the waiting game, we have the 7 of Cups. Sacrifice is being clarified by the King of Cups. Emotional loss is clarified by the 6 of Cups. And what did I tell you guys? This card is divine love, happiness, settling down, having commitment, long-term commitment that I felt here earlier. Okay, so pretty much it's saying the same thing all over again. Okay, let's take a look here at each of these. So how to unblock this or these blocks that are here in pile 3 is, number 1, you could unblock them by having the patience to give this connection an opportunity. Give me 1 second. So taking the time to think about this connection, taking the time to wait patiently, okay? In a way, just taking the time to step back and think about what it is that you really want in this connection, giving it the amount of time for things to continue to grow. Okay. The energy here with the Seven of Cups is that you're really thinking about this. One way to unblock these blockages is just to look at the different options that you have, okay, of how you can make this work, how you can overcome the codependency, how can you overcome the obstacles of the finances and careers, what are the things that you need to do to overcome this fear of being transparent. So pretty much it's saying here, you know, having those romantic thoughts and focusing more on the opportunity and the emotions that you feel in this connection rather than focusing on the blockages you have in this connection. Okay, so tapping into the feelings that you have and the emotions that you have while taking the time to think about the future. Okay, take these feelings into account. You have the Seven of Cups here. You may be dreaming or daydreaming or thinking a lot about the emotions that you feel in this connection. Another way to unblock this connection is to allow yourself to release, okay, to release these, it was over here actually, it came out, these repressed emotions. So basically, actually, they look very similar here. This looks like wings, but yeah. So to release this repressed emotion here, okay, and in a way, I don't know. To me, this energy of sacrifice. Another word for this in this context of this pile 3 is more of take the sacrifice in being honest about how you're feeling in this connection, of saying how you truly feel, okay? Unblock this connection by not thinking about the emotional loss and focusing more on the times you were together, okay? Another way to unblock the blockages here in this connection is not to allow these oppressed emotions to consume you, okay, by making you feel trapped in your thoughts and trapped by, you know, just things that you are either creating, self-imposed negative thoughts, or just thoughts or distortions that you guys are creating perhaps in your mind, okay, about, you know, the blockages that you may have in this connection. And pretty much here, what I was telling you and what I was picking up was with the waiting game is as you're waiting and you're thinking in positivity about what you're feeling in this connection, there is a chance here that you, as you unblock these things that we're discussing about right now, that this connection could lead to a lifelong commitment. Hierophant is a marriage card. You're getting that again here with your Ten of Cups, which is long-term commitment. It's talking about settling down and feeling grounded in your connection. Okay, let me take a quick look here and let's see what, let's clarify this emotional loss and Six of Cups. What else can pile 3 do in order to unblock the blocks in this connection? What else can they do to unblock the blockages in this connection? Okay, you have the King of Swords, you have the Knight of Swords, and again, you're getting the Ten of Pentacles. Basically, again, look at this. Okay, so unblock this connection by cutting this or stopping yourself from feeling an emotional loss. You're thinking about your significant other. Here talks about the King of Swords. This is the energy of not being fully open with your words and your emotions and being too much in your head. Okay, remember, love is not in your head, love is in your heart. And so here the King of Swords, this is telling you you're too much, or you or your partner, you guys are too much in your heads and not talking too much about what's happening in your hearts. And you may be, again, so much into your head that it's causing anxiety and worry and maybe even problems sleeping at night. And in reality, what you guys are after, because there's this feeling of a connection here, is the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so you can unblock yourself, okay, or yourselves, and both of you guys can unblock yourselves by just being honest about how you're feeling and really discussing about the true nature of what you envision in this connection. That perhaps there's this deep emotion here that you guys want to, or maybe thinking of, perhaps even talking about marriage, talking about a lifelong commitment, okay? That you feel that perhaps, you know, your wish is coming true by meeting this person and by having this relationship, this long distance relationship with your partner. So pretty much those are all the energies that I felt here for pile 3. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you can, please share it with other people who are also in a long distance connection. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. And I'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you well. Bye-bye.